All right, we got Drewz Viewz here, back for a little AniMonday, reacting to anime on Monday. We're still doing this? Yes, we are. It's been a brief hiatus of a couple of months, but couldn't leave it on just 3 episodes into Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, one of my favorite animes. I had to come back for episode 4 and hopefully the rest of the series here with my boy Eric over here. What's going on, Eric?
What's up, everybody? Been a long time. We shouldn't have left you, etc., etc. Sorry, we just both got really into Chainsaw Man and then just completely forgot to record these.
Exactly. We won't be reacting to that because that's our special thing. But we got to come back with Brotherhood Alchemist, or what is the show called? I forget. Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. The Elric brothers, you know what it is. Ed, Al, etc. Now, we had mentioned it in the other reactions we did for this so far, but Eric, you had watched a little bit into the series, maybe like the first 10% of the series, something like that. And I've obviously watched the whole thing, so it's kind of it will be eventually a blind reaction from your end, but for now, it's something we've both seen the beginning of. But that being said, it's been so long now. Do you even remember what happened in episode 3, for example?
It's been even longer now since I've seen the rest of the show too, so that'll help our thing here. Yeah, so we had the first episode is when he fights the ice guy. The second episode is backstory.
Pretty much a flashback for most of it. Yeah.
Okay, in the third episode, he goes to the other town and fights the priest there.
In fact, it's a city of heresy. Yes, indeed, that's correct.
Okay.
Now, there's a lot of talk of the stone, the sorcerer's stone.
But he has a fake, right?
He had a fake one. It seems like the ice guy in the first episode also had a fake one. So there's fake ones floating around. Is there a real one out there? Is it all heresy, so to speak? We don't know that at this point. What we do know is you had a little issue so far with some of the storytelling in terms of, well, I think the Edward character, kind of the main character essentially, has a bit about being loud and obnoxious, especially when people say he's short. It's been a little grating for you. Is that correct, Eric?
That is more of a classic anime, trope that I can deal with, right? It's the, preciousness of the flashbacks, which or not even flashbacks, because I know we're coming up on something with a young child involved, and just stop having adults do sweet little baby voices for every single child in an anime. In fact, don't write children into animes.
Oh, well, that's not this. I mean, this has a lot of children in
this one. I know.
The main characters are technically children. I mean, they're under 18, certainly. I think they're supposed to be 15 and 14 or something like that in the present timeline.
Sounds right.
So we'll see. It's young adult, I guess. It's kind of. Yeah, this episode does. Well, we'll get into it shortly, but it does deal with a younger child. But anyway,
this is that one.
Yeah. So evidently which one this is. I think this is kind of a turning point in the series type episode, but we shouldn't spoil it, obviously.
Or is it?
We're gonna react to it right now. Or is it? But yeah. So but basically my brother is so means so much to me that saying that type of dialogue, that's something that you're kind of grating against a little.
Yeah. A lot of animes tell, don't show impulses. It's just I know you got a lot of plot to churn through. Just I don't know, do a little better for me, please. But I mean, I don't hate this.
The exposition that's a thing with animes. They really just sort of lay it out there through dialogue usually. But in my recollection of the show as a whole, it's not like that for the whole time, right? I think they do a better job with that going forward in most of the series.
Okay, looking forward to that.
Anyway, we're gonna roll on into this one here, which is called, I should have had that title up.
Don't cut this out. Great radio.
Yes, great video. This one's called An Alchemist's Anguish, so sounds like a fun, cheery episode for us, huh, Eric? It's a good one to come back on.
If it's what I think it is, then this is just springy, high-flying fun from start to finish, yeah.
That's right. And hopefully we didn't leave you, the viewer, in too much anguish by leaving you for a while. But we're back now, and we're gonna watch episode 4. Let's do it.
Of understanding, deconstructing, and reconstructing matter.
It's not.
Create something out of nothing.
Getting the alchemy spiel here, we might have forgotten what happened with this.
I might literally have not remembered this, so.
Yeah, it's the equivalent exchange, the equal value. That's very instrumental in the storyline here. That's why Al is no body and Ed has only somewhat of his body right now.
Corrupt priest who used alchemy combined with a philosopher.
Here's Cornello, he the fake heresy priest guy. Not the fake heresy, the real heresy.
I love these catch-ups. It's like, it reminds me of like being 12 years old and watching Gundam, you know?
Oh yeah, it's a philosopher's stone is what they call it in the show, by the way. I was going with the, I guess, Harry Potter English version sorcerer's stone.
Or are we calling them sorcerer's stones? Perfect.
I said that in the preview of this one, or just now. In the
You are
intro.
Bas Grown, the Iron Blood Alchemist, correct?
Why? Who's asking?
To have turned their backs.
This is Ice Guy again, right?
No.
You must be the bloodthirsty murderer who's been making a habit of targeting state alchemists lately. Well, this time...
That guy's dead.
Okay.
This is the major here.
Naruto Run, classic.
You're fast. Try this.
Oh no, it's not the major. This is I don't know who this alchemist is. Another guy with a mustache.
Let me guess. He's got him. Dead to rights. Oh no.
No, you
How did he do it? And that looks like another dead alchemist coming in.
I genuinely don't remember who that guy is. That's cool.
State Alchemist dead.
That's good. We want the blind reaction from. Here's the major that I was just thought that guy was for a second, but he of course is a blonde mustache, not brunette.
Right.
Führer Bradley, Your Excellency.
Führer Bradley.
You just can't call somebody Führer anymore. Just don't do it.
Lieutenant Colonel Hughes, with the officer in charge of...
Well, I don't think this is an alternate world, or not. It's not even Earth at all. So the Nazis were
Yeah, but
part
still.
of this.
This is
But
Earth.
yes, maybe there's a reason. I mean, maybe they're trying to make somewhat of that association. Huh?
Lieutenant Breda.
Right. Jeez. The Colonel's sure letting his work pile up again, huh?
Next up. Who's this? Lieutenant Yoki. Anyway, the Elric brothers exposed what that dirty thief was up to, and now he's on the run.
The receiver on this thing's seen better days.
So
I
we're
think
getting a
I'm
little
gonna have to
setup of the
replace it.
team here.
Got a little base bunnies situation.
Hey, it's Edward and Alphonse.
Well done on the Lior case, you two. Nice work. I appreciate you resolving them.
Classic anime edgelord shit.
The Philosopher's Stone. Another false lead.
Edgelord Elric.
After all that, the stone was a fake. Even so, the power it gave Cornello was real enough.
All right, the Chimera. That's
Luckily,
relevant.
this is the last time we'll be hearing about chimeras.
I'm not
Yeah.
familiar enough with the field of bioalchemy to really understand it.
This is the guy that can make it be
Maybe I'll
fire,
find
right?
something that could help us
Oh
restore
yeah,
our
Colonel
Love this
Mustang.
guy.
The
It
man.
might help if you consulted a specialist.
He's what the kids these days call a Giga Chad, Eric.
He's done some heavy research into chimera transmutation. I'll introduce you.
Something, don't you?
Don't doubt my motives. I'm trying to repay you for your work on the Lior case.
2 years ago, Tucker transmuted a chimera that could understand human speech.
Wait, you mean it talks? A chimera?
Supposedly, it only said one thing. I want to die, to eat until it got its wish.
That's super metal.
An Anguish episode.
Man, this house is huge.
More of this shit, yeah. I knew this was coming though.
This is why I
Alright,
told
we got
you
a
to
big
keep the
cute
dogs
dog. We
tied
got a
up.
little cute girl. What could go wrong?
This place has been
That's
a
right, we have those
I'm not
two
much of a
things.
housekeeper. Now that we're all settled in, let me say that it's a pleasure to meet you, Edward. As the Colonel told you, I'm the Sowing Life Alchemist, Shao Tucker.
Sowing Life Alchemy.
Not a great name.
I'd like to have a look at your research if that's possible.
Oh,
I
yeah,
feel like in
certainly.
the
I don't-
again, this is the first time I'm watching the dub. I feel like it was something different
If
in
you want me
the
to show
sub.
you the
but
tricks I've
maybe
got
I'm
up
wrong.
my sleeve, it's only fair you show me the tricks you've got up yours as well. Now, why are you interested in bioalchemy? I see. So that's what earned you the title Fullmetal Alchemist.
which is a much cooler name than
For
yours.
someone so young. Can't say for sure if it's going to be of any use to you or not. But why don't you go ahead and take a look at my laboratory? Really widely regarded as an authority on chimeras, but the truth is, it hasn't actually been going that well lately.
All right, let's dive in. I'll start with this shelf.
I'm going to head back to work now.
Very
I'll send
excited to be
somebody
looking
by
at
to
some
get you
books.
this evening.
They've got some ability to focus. I'm not sure they even know we're here anymore. A couple
I love it when characters do that.
Very trustworthy character when you see their glasses, but you can't see into it.
I know it's gonna get annoying the more that I say it,
Nina looked like she wanted to play.
But
and that it's probably some people's favorite part of this anime. But less of this My Neighbor Totoro shit.
That's what you want, is it? You've bested me twice, dog. But playtime is over. Powers to vanquish you!
Hey, Chief, your ride has arrived.
I like that scene.
Got his ass.
Let's just say I'm taking a break from a long day of research.
Why don't you come on back tomorrow?
You really going to come again?
Mr. Tucker, I almost forgot. I've got a message for you. It's from the Colonel. He says, don't forget, assessment day is coming soon.
Yes. Please assure him I know.
Assessment day.
Hey, Daddy? What does assessment day mean?
Oh, thank God somebody's gonna tell us.
Alchemists have to report on their research once a year in order to keep their certification. Last year, Nina, your daddy didn't get a very good evaluation.
No, you'll do just fine, Daddy. I know you will. You're always studying so much.
I have to try hard.
Fullmetal Alchemist.
Only one card. Usually they have two.
Your mother left 2 years ago?
Yeah.
It must get kind of lonely with just you and your dad.
Not really. Daddy's so nice, and plus I've got Alexander to play with too. Lately, Daddy's been studying in his lab all the time. I guess that does make me a little bit lonely.
Little flash to their father.
My shoulders are killing me. Hey, you mangy mutt! Looks like you could use some exercise.
What to do, what to do. Sewing Life Alchemist, that's one good thing. If you lose your certification, you won't get killed by the civilian.
Especially ones that have been state certified.
State alchemists are given high pay and special privilege. There must be any number of people who envy them for their positions. Alchemists who are supposed to be pillars of science and truth.
That's right, that's right. They called them the dogs of the military at some point.
And the role that state alchemists played in
Another
Ishbal
mention of the
Civil
Civil War and Ishbal.
A man with a large scar on his face was sighted in the Central City train station.
It's like that bastard got away.
We were so poor in those days. I can't afford to fail this assessment.
Don't worry, Daddy, it's okay. If those people do tell you no, me and Alexander will growl at them until they say yes.
Nina, I've got an idea. Do you want to play with Daddy tomorrow?
Really? Alexander, Daddy says he's going to play with us tomorrow.
What a good father.
Yeah, great, Dad.
Hello, Mr.
Oh, now it's
Turner.
rainy outside.
Thanks for having us again today.
It was so bright and cheery outside
Hey!
the day before, and
Nina!
now
Today.
There you are. So you are home.
Yes.
I did it.
Dan's human speech. Listen to me. That person over there, that's Edward.
That person, Edward.
Now I don't have to worry about losing my certification.
That person, Edward. That
What an amazing achievement that he's put together here.
brother, Ed.
With no
Well,
resources,
it is.
no ingredients to this chimera.
It is amazing, I guess.
Get your
Around the
state
time my
certification.
wife
Let's
left.
see. It was 2 years ago.
I just have one more question for you. Nina and Alexander. Where are they?
Figuring what out? I'm still not quite there yet.
Well, you've only seen this episode one other
I
time.
have.
2 years
Don't be
ago
hard
it
on
was your wife. This time, you used your own daughter and her dog to transmute a talking chimera. It's much easier when you start with a human, isn't that right?
Human experimentation is a necessary step. I would think a scientist should understand.
Shut up! Messing around with someone's life like that. your own daughter!
You'd know all about that, wouldn't you? Look at you, Fullmetal Alchemist. Look at your leg.
Shut up!
We're the same. You're just like me.
We're not!
We had to, even though we knew it was against the rules.
Alchemist, don't do that!
If you keep this
Your
up,
hand
you'll
is made of
die.
metal, fully metal.
Edward, no. Hurt, Daddy.
That is dark.
Even with all our power, we can't do anything to change you back. I'm sorry.
Can we play now? Can we play now?
I get to remain a state alchemist. I passed.
Like hell you're staying a state alchemist. Like hell.
There was an example of the devil's work in this world. This case would definitely be it.
So they do have a conception of the devil.
Able to take another's life
Even
in
though it
order
is a
to
different
without question
world.
when it comes to interfering with other people's lives. We choose our own path, knowing full well what we're doing. Right, Fullmetal? We'll more than likely come across cases like this again in the future. You gonna shut down like this every time?
We may be called dogs of the military. We know the truth. We know we're not devils. We're human. We're only human! Even do anything to save one innocent little girl.
I wonder why no one's capable of understanding me.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Couldn't have got that certification.
Tucker, correct?
Who are you? Who are you? How did you get in here? There were military police out front.
Daddy's hurting. Daddy hurts.
You poor creature. Once you've been given this form, there is no way of separating you again. At least, your passing will be in peace. But, hear me. Please accept them into your loving arms.
I guess extra scene wouldn't really do much after
No,
that.
you gotta
ending
kinda-
was pretty.
gotta kinda sit with that one.
intense. Yeah. So you said you don't really remember this.
No,
this
I
Stark
don't
character.
remember him at all. I may not have gotten to the point where it explains who he is. Are they doing like a villain had some good points thing with him? Is that what's gonna happen?
Well, explain that a little more. What are you
Like
saying
how now I'm blanking on a villain that had the right idea.
Are you saying they're trying to show a villain that has like
Exactly. Yeah.
maybe he does
Yeah.
have
Exactly.
a point? You're saying that because he killed this clearly insane guy who was killing his own family or
Right.
chimeras?
Like, and we don't know what the Iron Guy has done. You know.
The guy died at the beginning by him. Well, yeah, we don't know, but that was so he killed 2 alchemists just in that episode alone, state alchemists, and they alluded to him killing more. He's essentially like a serial killer of state alchemists right now. So maybe they've all done something, but I mean, it's hard to imagine other ones are or all of the other ones at least are as bad as the sewing life alchemist here.
Okay, and like the more I think about it, like he's obviously eventually going to come after Ed and Alfred, right? Who have done something unforgivable. I don't know. Anyway, just a random thought that I had that I thought I'd ask.
Yeah. Do you think what they did is unforgivable then? You agree with the
from his
alchemist in this,
perspective,
that they're
certainly.
the sewing life, that they're the same? Yeah, I mean, clearly they're not the same, but they did both do the taboo thing, but killing your own wife and daughter, not even just killing them, changing them into this chimera is obviously really fucked up. And what Ed and Al did was their mom had already died and they're trying to bring her back to life. So clearly not the same, but it still hit home for Ed, obviously, when he's beating him up. Like, he got just the insinuation that they're the same. Because he does feel guilty, even though it's not nearly as bad. But yeah, I mean, this, like I kind of mentioned before, this is like a turning point kind of episode. I feel like 4 episodes in now with this kind of gut punch type of an episode ending, especially. When I watched this the first time, I was like, oh, it's really real here. Like, they're going for some dark stuff on this series, which can be, it doesn't always match. I mean, I like this about the series, but it doesn't always match the tone of, like, just the dichotomy in this episode alone. They're playing around with the dog and all that, like this, like you said, like Totoro, like these kind of lighthearted scenes, and then juxtaposed with this terrible, dark, fucked up shit.
Yeah, but certainly, it's definitely drawing that contrast for a
that's
reason, right?
You don't remember this dog
not much
very
at all.
well. At least what the episodes you've seen, maybe he's not. I don't remember what happens in the next couple episodes. I vaguely do, but I don't remember specifics of the next couple that we're gonna watch. And I think the next few are the last ones that you watched yourself back in the day. And then we'll get to the ones you haven't seen yet. So where do you think it's going with this Chimera kind of storyline? Do you think this is gonna continue? Is it gonna be more relevant? Was the purpose of this episode just to show what we just kind of talked about? The tone of the series going forward and the stakes, or is it even going to go further? Like, is there something? I mean, we have the Philosopher's Stone, we have the Chimera, we have all this kind of things. It's all related to what else?
I would definitely wager there's some kind of Chekhov's gun component to the Chimera of it all, especially considering what I know about the origins of some of the other characters that have been
ones that
weren't in this episode and wear a lot of black.
Necessarily, we'll probably see them again soon. Yeah, so, and then, this is just, the setup of this was the brothers are supposed to go investigate for their own research, essentially. Mustang had set them up to do that. Do you think Mustang has other motives for helping them? I mean, he said in this, like, because they did something good, he doesn't want to be indebted to them, he's doing them a favor or whatever. But is there something more than that?
You're intimating that he planned this, that he wanted them to see?
No, I'm not saying
You're asking
that.
if I think
I'm
that.
just trying to get, or just gauge what you think his Mustang's motives
are. Mustang's motives are to make it be fire.
The guy who can make it fire, as you call him.
I don't think he's planning that far ahead. I don't think he intended. I mean, who's to say, right?
Yeah, no, I'm not saying about what happened specifically. He would know that, but just like his kind of tutelage of the Elric brothers, and he's kind of like leading them into different.
Well, that would be a classic trope of anime and literature broadly, right? For him to like secretly be teaching them lessons. Yeah, maybe he is. Maybe he is.
Well, we don't know. But yeah, so that'll about do it for the Alchemist Anguish. A well-named episode. I mean, Ed was literally screaming at the sky, "We're only human." And we're only human. That's why we took a little hiatus. But we're back now. We'll be back next time on AniMonday with episode 5. Let me just jump ahead and see what that episode is going to be called and see if I can jog my own memory. That one next time is Reign of Sorrow, so it's only going to stay happy
perfect
from here. I'm sure, sunshine and rainbows next time as well. But yeah, do comment below tell us your thoughts and opinions if you so desire. Yell at us for being gone for a while, that's fine too. But until next time, we're gonna be out of here. Peace.